Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Good news coming on a Saturday. Ripple and XRP could, quote, capture significant value from $2 trillion global payments market, says crypto asset manager Grayscale. Do you know who Grayscale is? You know who founded that? I'm going to share with you some information on this. Going to run through that. I've also got some tweets from the XRP community, and I'm going to wrap up this video with this article from A&B Crypto titled "Crypto Villain Brad Sherman Earned Spot on 2020's Crypto Radar." And he's been on the crypto radar. It's saying that, meaning he's been in crypto media news in 2019 at least a few times, more so towards the beginning of 2019, because I don't know if it's just lobbyists that are getting to him, but this guy is anti-progress, basically, as it pertains to blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. He's like, nope. And you can imagine if it were 1995, he'd probably be against the advent of the internet as well. So there you go. But hey, diversity of thought, right? Before we go any further, though, if you would please ever so delicately tap that like button, but don't break the damn thing. You don't want to do that. Just a delicate tap will do. And go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because if you do, I will love you long time. That's my promise. So I got this first story from XRP Joe. So shout out to you, good sir. Thank you for tagging me along with some others in the XRP community, specifically my fellow XRP YouTubers, Kevin Cage and the Working Money channel. So Grayscale, huh? That was founded by Barry Silbert, who has his hands in all things crypto. Insightful, rather intelligent individual here. I just pulled up his Twitter account for those of you that are actually looking at a screen. And he's got 200,000 followers. He's no slouch here. 200,000 followers on the Twitters here. And so you can see here, they've actually, I just pulled their website. I'm not going to really go through this, but I just pulled up for the sake of it. They were established in 2013, which, although only 6 years ago, makes them one of the oldest entities doing what it is that they do in the entire world. Think about it. It's fun to have a reminder every now and then of just how nascent this entire industry and asset class truly is. So let's go ahead and dig into this piece here. $2 trillion in global payments, my friends. The institutional crypto asset manager Grayscale has released a year-end report on Ripple and XRP. The report covers the origins of both the San Francisco startup and the digital asset, outlining Ripple's attempt to leverage XRP and reshape the global remittance landscape. So here's a quote now from that piece. Together, XRP and XRP Ledger were designed to address liquidity challenges faced by financial institutions using traditional payment channels, i.e. SWIFT, ACH, Fedwire system. Now, specifically, obviously, the most noteworthy is SWIFT. That's the one that's really in the, I'd say the primary target. But Brad Garlinghouse has stated in the past that they could even do ACH better. It's just that, does ACH work? And as Brad Garlinghouse put it more or less, yeah, it works. It works. Not too enthusiastic about it. It's like, he boldly stated that, confidently stated, in reference to ACH, that, quote, we could do it better. I remember that in a video clip that I saw probably over a year ago. So who knows what Ripple's going to have their hands on in the future, but they're staying laser focused. And if you've ever read the Peanut Butter Manifesto written by Brad Garlinghouse, then you will understand why. Anyway, the piece continues here, and this is from Grayscale. So this is the quote from the piece from Grayscale. By providing the means for fast, secure, and low-cost conversions between varying units of value, e.g. commodities, fiat currencies, and other digital assets, the network has the potential to capture significant value from a global payments market worth an estimated $2 trillion United States dollars. And don't forget, if you've heard me explain how market cap works in terms of the Flowbee ecosystem, some of you know what I'm talking about, then you'll understand that it's, to get the crypto asset class valued into the trillions, it does not mean that trillions of dollars flow into it. No. The net inflow of cash required for that is substantially lower. I don't know if it's in the billions, or it's just, I'm not kidding, it could be in single digit percentage-wise of what needs to actually go in. Maybe it's a little bit more. but it'll just, when there's a frenzy, there's a frenzy. There will be parabolic run-ups in price, and then inevitably, yes, things come crashing back down, as we saw specifically in 2018 in the crypto asset class. But then you have a higher level of support than you did before, and then rinse and repeat, and that keeps happening. Now, of course, even though it's true the frenzy around cryptocurrency, it will subside at some point, probably no time soon, though. It seems like people are having a hard time grasping exactly the direction this whole crypto thing is going. But even so, I'm just saying, frenzy or not, it's here to stay. And those cryptocurrencies that will have staying power, you'll find that the top ones, I believe, there will be probably more than one, probably multiples, that will have $1 trillion plus market caps. Just you can put me on the record on that. If I had to guess, that's what I suspect will happen. Now, Grayscale, which offers exposure to XRP through its Grayscale XRP Trust, highlights the differences between the XRP ledger and blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It also breaks down Ripple's XRP-based remittance service on-demand liquidity, which is designed to leverage XRP to eliminate pre-funding for cross-border payments. And here's one more quote now from them. Instead of a supporting blockchain protocol, it uses the XRP ledger to validate transactions by requiring network participants to reach consensus. In addition, the development and maintenance of the technology is partially overseen by Ripple, which is funded through their own reserves of XRP and by private investments from influential investors, including Andreessen Horowitz, Google Ventures, Digital Currency Group, and Pantera Capital. But, and look, that's technically accurate what they wrote, but I do want to state, as it pertains to Ripple selling XRP for money to fund all of this, and I mentioned this in my last video, but given what they just wrote here, I've got to say it again here, that it's a matter-of-fact type of thing that Ripple has substantially more money than they need right now. Last I heard, now I am admittedly pulling from memory, but I think that, I don't know if it was a leak or if it was actually publicly stated. I really can't recall off the top of my head, but they have just hundreds of millions of dollars. Like they are flush with cash. This is not. They don't need to sell XRP. They don't need more. They sell it as is necessary to increase the supply in the ecosystem as it makes sense to do so. But it's one of the metrics they track, and it's just a percentage of volume that they ultimately sell there. But they're in no need of cash. Let's just say that. XRP Ledger technology is also integrated with a unique subset of Ripple's products and services, e.g. RippleNet on-demand liquidity, targeted specifically for financial institutions. These factors have propelled XRP's increasing adoption as a global payment rail and helped to establish XRP as the third largest digital asset in the ecosystem by market cap. Now, just wait, I'm about to share with you a tweet from an XRP community member. I'm going to go in order, though, but I kind of wish I had it in the flipped order now. It would have been a nicer segue. But talking about market cap, wait till I show you some numbers dating back to the early days of the Webernets. You'll see. It's interesting stuff. Now, here's a tweet from Crypto Rookie who tagged me, and so shout out to you, good sir. I hope you're listening. And he wrote this: Moon Lambo. So for my fishing YouTube channel, I want to wear my XRP hat. What should our video be about to tie in fishing and XRP? Your video should be about the Moon Lambo channel, and I encourage you to wear that hat. There you go. No, I'm just teasing. I don't have any real ideas for you. I barely know what the hell to put on my channel, but no, I'm sure they'll come up with something great. And I do like the idea of wearing the XRP hat, though. I think that'll go, oh, what, this old thing? Let's talk about it. Yes. So anyway, shout out to you and thanks for tagging me. All right, next, here's a tweet from Frecky. Take a look at this. Let's talk about the value of early Webernet companies here. Frecky tagged me, and so again, shout out to you. I do appreciate this. And this was a retweet from Voxman XRP, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull this up full screen here. How even the leading new economy stocks ruined investors. Take a look at this. And so on the left here, in case you're not looking at your screen, I'll describe this. There are a number of stocks listed, like Amazon, Cisco Systems, Priceline, Yahoo. There's 8 of them to the left, and then it shows their high stock price in the year 2000, and then it shows their low, and for all of these 8 occurred between 2001 and 2002, and then it shows the percentage decline to the far right. So for Amazon, the high in 2000, $75.25. Its low in the early 2000s was $5.51, which is a 98.7% decline. Let's take a look at just a couple others for the fun of it. Here's Priceline. Its high in 2000, $165. Its low in early 2000s, 2001 to 2002 range, was at $1.80. That's a 99.4% decline. Then there's Yahoo, $238 in the year 2000, declined to its low point in between 2001 and 2002 of $8.02, which is a 96.4% decline here. And why were there these just outrageous valuations of these companies? Because like these aren't the only companies that that had these types of substantial run-ups in terms of stock price. Tons of other companies did, just crazy amounts of them, and they almost all failed, right? And that's why I love drawing the parallel, and it's the best parallel that there ever possibly could be for what's happening in crypto. Humans are behaving exactly the same. They threw money into a bunch of cryptos. And if this was the flushing out of the system that most people are envisioning, the shakeout in 2018 and even in part of 2019, I don't know if we're completely there yet. Frankly, there's a lot of projects that are still running that frankly probably shouldn't be. But even if it were, just understand that would mean that we're in the as it pertains to this little graphic here, this little screen grab, in the early 2000s, 2001 to 2002, if you want to compare it to that, and that means that. If it's the same, and I do believe, because look, there's going to be a number, I don't know how many winners, there's going to be a number of winners in the world of crypto, in this asset class, that are going to have substantial valuations in the future. And I just can't imagine, unless something substantially changed for the negative that we couldn't foresee, I cannot imagine XRP not being one of these top winners. If you could just fast forward another roughly 20 years, I can't imagine a world where XRP isn't valued substantially higher. And of course, that's not financial advice, no financial background here. I'm just sharing an opinion with you as your everyday Joe Schmo XRP community member. That's it. But I could not feel more strongly about that. Now, of course, I always reserve the right to change my opinion. If things start to not look so hot, I'm going to be forthright about it. But I don't see that. I don't. It's endless good news and endless adoption. And I just had a video about how Ripple is the second most valuable company in all of crypto. It's just astonishing what's happening here. And so the price action now doesn't reflect what is to come. And it doesn't reflect the true value and utility that Ripple's offering here. So that's my opinion. All right, next here, this is a tweet from John Bennett, who tagged me along with fellow XRP YouTubers, Digital Asset Investor, and Kevin Cage. And he wrote this. And it was about, and by the way, what he linked to, it was this story I told you I was going to cover, A&B Crypto. Crypto villain Brad Sherman earns spot on 2020's Crypto Radar. And so thank you for tagging me in this, John. Shout out to you. I very much appreciate this. And here's what John wrote in retweeting this piece and tagging me with a couple others. I'm embarrassed to say that this S-word head, sorry, I got to censor it, there could be this in the background, this S-word head is supposed to represent my district in Los Angeles. He's now been promoted into a position that could negatively impact cryptocurrencies as a whole. And so there you go. He's a California Democrat, not a fan of cryptocurrency. I'm not sure how much he actually knows about it, but hey, lobbyists, right? Antagonists are essentially to the story. They think they just mean the story, right? Freaking crypto media, you don't know what the hell you're typing here. I think that crypto media is drunk half the time they're writing these stories. Like, how can you have that messed up of, like, just sentence structure, factual statements, just general grammar, if you're not hammered out of your mind, like at least half the time you're putting this content on the web or nuts. I don't know, I'm just saying. Anyway, the article begins, though. Perched on a revolving chair, running his hand through a Sphinx cat's bare skin, puffing down a half-finished cigar, is not quite how one would describe the congressman from California's 30th congressional district, but that's how the cryptocurrency industry sees Brad Sherman. A vocal opponent of the growing digital currency market in the United States, the Democratic congressman has earned himself the title of crypto villain and hence features on Messari founder Ryan Selkis' list of top 5 personalities to watch out for in 2020. Within the crypto community, Sherman is known for calling out crypto as a tool for money laundering, terror financing, and tax evasion. So you know he knows what he's talking about. Like, Jesus, that's what the dollar's for, right? Oh, Lord. I think there's something I wanted to read down here. Yeah, here's a tweet from him now. With his new Zuckerbuck cryptocurrency, Zuckerberg is trying to defeat our anti-money laundering laws. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg is sending a friend request to oligarchs, drug dealers, human traffickers, and terrorists. That's absolutely extreme and nonsensical. I'm not here to defend the Libra white paper because why would I? I'm not exactly thrilled about it. I don't know that's going to do a whole lot if it ever even becomes a cryptocurrency. But that's nonsense. Everything that he wrote there is complete bunk, so I just thought I'd highlight it. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!